Hi everyone, my name is Cynthia Sanchez, and today I'm going to be discussing how to design and give effective pitches and presentations. This module is divided into 4 sections, and the first one is going to help you develop effective pitches. So this is going to be dealing with your first and critical first impression. So it's important that you develop a good pitch that clearly communicates the message you want to convey and leaves an impression on your listener. You want to make sure that you're leaving a memorable impression. So the way to do that is to have a strong elevator pitch. This is very important that you develop this so it's easy for you to quickly present your value in different situations like sales meetings, networking events, and job interviews, and again, help you make that lasting impression and build value. So there's a template that is provided in this module that helps you do that. So it's going to involve stating your name, who you work for, your title, who you work for, and if the company that you work for is well known, you don't necessarily need to go into detail of who the company, what they do. You also want to make sure that you are talking about the types of people that you usually work with and their titles, as well as their industries, and then the 2 types of problems that your company provides solutions for. The next section is going to involve designing effective presentations. So that pitch is going to help you get into the door, build that value with that individual, and the presentation is going to be how you close the sale. So there are 6 slides for the framework for creating a presentation, and it's going to involve your title slide, an overview slide, a company background slide, obstacles and enhancements slide, solution and benefits slide, and pricing and value slide. The framework that's provided in this module is just a guide. You want to make sure that you're using the MINTS worksheets that we previously discussed and built in the other modules to help you guide your presentations and each of the slides. You want to make sure that you're using relevant case information to support your pricing recommendations. You also want to make sure that you are using the slides as a guide rather than trying to go word for word in organization of your sales presentation, making sure that you're tailoring the presentation to that specific customer that you're meeting with and their situation. You also want to make sure that you're providing complete information in the title and overview slides. And a good thing to note is when you are building your overview slides, you want to make sure that they're exactly that, just overviews. You don't want to overshare. You just want to briefly summarize what you're going to be discussing. You want to make sure that you're removing any unused placeholders and bullet points to help keep everything clean, organized. And then last but not least, if you are using a placeholder, you want to make sure that you fill it out completely top to bottom with details that are relevant from the case. The next section is going to involve delivering effective presentations. So this is very important because designing the presentation is one thing, but making sure that you deliver it in an effective manner is another. And rather than talking to your slide, it's important that you realize and know how to read them effectively. And to do this, you want to make sure that you're building a talk track for each of your slide. A talk track isn't necessarily something you need to memorize word for word, but it's important that you use it to write key speaking points so that you can communicate very important information to that individual. It's also important to remember that nerves can cause distracting body language, stuttering, or maybe even cause you to kind of speed up your talking and your speech. So you want to use a few confidence hacks to help you deliver like a pro. So speaking slower than usual will help you keep that momentum and tempo during your presentation. You don't want to use filler words like or like. You want to be prepared by planning your speech ahead of time, maybe practicing with some note cards, and rehearsing your presentation will always help you with confidence. So I decided it would be a great idea to kind of build a talk track together. So the one that I decided to build was the overview slide talk track. And then the template for this specific slide gives you 5 important points that you want to make sure you're speaking on, which is starting with outlining the flow, setting time expectations, clarifying the purpose, and ending with audience engagement. And in the next slide, you'll see exactly what I mean. I know this is usually used for sales, but I wanted to kind of use a fun topic to kind of give you a gist of how you could build this. So let's go through this together. Start with, today I will be presenting on the benefits of yoga and meditation and how these practices can improve both physical and mental well-being. Outline the flow. Specifically, we'll discuss some of the common challenges people face with stress, focus, and overall health, and how yoga and meditation can help address those challenges, the benefits that you can expect, and what it takes to get started, as well as the next steps for building a good, consistent routine. Next, you want to touch on the time expectations for the meeting. This presentation should take approximately 5 to 7 minutes. Following this, you want to clarify the purpose. By the end of this meeting, you'll understand how incorporating yoga and meditation into your daily life can help reduce stress, improve your physical and mental health, and why these practices are worth considering. Finally, you want to make sure that you're ending with audience engagement. And to do this, when speaking about yoga and meditation, you can say, finally, we'll discuss how yoga and meditation can fit into your lifestyle, and I'll answer any questions or hear your thoughts on getting started. Last but not least, the most important step in the sales process is asking for the order. And this is something that a lot of people avoid doing, and it'll help you set yourself apart from other salespeople. So people are scared of rejection, but you have to remember that asking for the order isn't pushy. It's actually very professional. You've done all the work, building the presentation, researching, gathering all of the very important information, and one of two things will happen from asking for the order. Either the prospect will agree to buy, or the prospect will have questions or objections. But it's better to think of it this way. Asking for the order helps you move the process forward regardless of the answer. It's not just rejection. You want to make sure that you're using confident, direct, and professional questions, and the module provides a few here that I'm going to read to you. Based on our discussion, would you be ready to proceed with the solution today? Can we proceed with placing your order to ensure your timeline? Do you have any final questions, or are you ready to start? Shall we finalize the details and get your order processed? If everything looks good, can we confirm your order now? This will help you either close the sale, discover why it isn't closing, or move you towards asking different questions that'll help you lead towards a decision or result. Asking for the order will help you maintain momentum and ensure that you're building progress towards a clear outcome. So making sure that you use all of these steps will help you deliver effective presentations and pitches. Thank you so much.